Texas 95.7, the Armadillo. Greg Vaughn with you in the studio. Soon I'll have to say Texas 95.7, or you could be listening on 1440 AM All Ag radio. We're gonna start playing these on both the KPURs, cool. AM and FM. So
AM and the FM.
That's right, AM and the FM.
What do you think about that, Hooper? You're going to be famous on a whole other platform.
The word of the day is gracious.
I thought it was PH.
Well, that's because Casey can't understand a text, and I thought it was some fancy word, but actually it meant for Peyton Holtkamp.
IDK.
Yeah.
No one knows who that is, so it's all okay.
It actually was very hard for me to type PH and not PF for Peyton Fleming. I had to go back and delete it.
I don't even know what I am at. I still introduce myself as Peyton Holtkamp.
If you haven't figured out, WRCA's in the studio. Lehman, Peyton, and Casey are all the gang's all here.
So we're saying sorry in advance.
Our apologies.
Let's see, Motley Dickens last weekend.
Yes,
that's that one's kind of it's a long-standing. I think. Isn't that one of those ones that Casey's known for? Yeah. Going down to getting a little stir crazy down there. Is that the right one?
Yep, that's it.
Is that the one they don't let her go to anymore? So who went?
Yeah. I actually went. PH went.
PH went.
But yeah, it was actually their 98th annual. So they're kind of gearing up for their 100th, and they had some more vendors, and they just it's a big deal. The whole surrounding areas come and support, and you know, if you ever had a goat wrap, that's probably the best you can get right there.
Not goat roping, not goat rope.
Well, they did have that too, but you just didn't know if the goats came from the goat rope into the pit or what you're getting.
Something in a tortilla?
He's not talking about the ludicrous goat. Not like that kind of wrap. She's talking about the best goat burrito you could ever put in your mouth. Yeah. And that is and I am notorious down there. The police like me for some reason. Did you get pulled over for not having a light on any kind of vehicle? Like of anything? Like the reflector was too bright?
Yes, that's the famous, the infamous, I should say.
Some of us.
Unlit license plate.
Oh, yeah. That's code word for are you drunk?
Some of us behave when we're on work trips.
Ma'am, do you know what PH means?
Some of us. Or can you consider it work? I don't really know. But no, it was good, and you know they do where they have 10 teams on Friday night and 10 teams on Saturday night. So total of 20 teams went, and competition was tough. I mean, you know, we're starting to get down to the last
chance to qualify.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, teams are wanting in, teams are ready to go, and they're kind of pushing their luck just a little bit. So it was a really good turnout. The crowd was there. Got to see some folks I hadn't seen all summer, so it was good. And yeah.
Good deal.
Where's Santo, Texas? Does anyone know? That's where EC Cattle's from, and I've often wondered where Santo, Texas
Let's Google that.
Hey, Google.
So while
Where's
they're talking
Santo,
about
Texas?
Santo, I guess we'll go into the placings. But EC Cattle.
Santo. Put a
Greg's
different
guys
voice
on there.
Thing. Santo, for those that are wondering, is south of Palo Pinto.
Well, there you go.
Around Mineral Wells.
So, yeah, EC Cattle from Santo, and then Mule Creek Cattle from Breckenridge, Texas, actually took first place.
in between the take your mold down.
It's left of Fort Worth.
That's in between Palo Pinto and La Pan, Casey Hooper.
This just went south in a hurry.
Yep.
It's on the outskirts of La Pan.
It's between Abilene and Fort Worth.
Bring your pan and get some mineral water and
At the
bring
range.
Peyton.
So are you giving us those results, Peyton?
I don't know. Maybe I should hand it off to somebody. No. But
been trying for 3 times.
Second place is Circle MA and Barnes Cattle. And then third was Goldsmith Ranch. So I think we're going to be getting Waylon Davis on the phone with EC Cattle and Mule Creek.
We'll have to immediately apologize as soon as we call him. So let's
we should probably apologize right now.
Let's do that. Hang on. Let's call. We got him on the phone. Waylon Davis, congratulations on the win this past weekend, man.
You bet. Thank you.
You bet. I know Peyton. Peyton, you went, didn't
Yes.
you? So Peyton was there, so I'm going to let her ask more questions.
Well, yeah, Waylon, we just want to say congrats from us because you finally got it done, and we're happy to have y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. Thanks for having us.
So, looking back through things, when we got results and stuff in today, you guys placed second in the bronc riding, so kudos on that. You had an 84 coming out of the gate.
Who did? Who rode the broncs?
Mr.
Waylon did? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then you had a first place in branding, and then you
Yes,
placed
ma'am.
8th in doctoring, and in the sorting and milking, you came in 5th.
Yes, ma'am.
So, awesome job all the way around, and, staying consistent was great on your
Yes,
guys'
ma'am.
part
Yeah,
throughout the whole weekend.
20 teams and, the difficulty of the cattle and all that stuff, especially in 2 go-rounds, 2 different rodeos.
Yeah, how was it looked like, let's see, which event was it? Sorting. Tell us about the sorting. It looked like there was quite a few no times there.
Yeah, I sorted for our team, and my brother, Mark, and Slick Robinson and Nathan Carter were on the line, and we just kind of took our time, and it kind of come to the top. Every number we needed would just kind of find its way out there. We just were smooth, and we had a few numbers want to come back, and Slick did a good job kind of bouncing out there by himself and knocking them back. But other than that, it just kind of all fell into place.
Yeah, it looked like it was a pretty rough event for everybody with a lot of no times there.
Yeah.
So needing to get a time
Yes,
there
sir.
really helped.
Yes, sir, that's true.
Yeah. And then branding, man, you smoked it in the branding. 28,
Yeah, I kind
32.
of. I drug the calves in the branding as well, and pretty big old calves in there. We kind of narrowed it down where I think we were like the last team out, and anyhow, we kind of had our eyes set on there's a big Charlet calf in there that nobody had called yet. I believe its number was like number 5. And I actually rode in there toward number 5 to kind of set him up, and they called out there at the last second right before I got there, and they called out a different number. And it just so happened that calf was in the middle of the herd, and I was able to just step to him, and the cows left, and it kind of was lost, and I stabbed the leg and got him drug out of there. It worked pretty good.
Also, yeah, you get under 30 seconds on a 2-head branding, that's smoking it.
Yeah.
There's no
Yes,
room
sir.
for error there.
And it was competitive on Friday night. Looking through, top 3 placings, 2 of you guys came out of Friday night. So you guys coming in on Friday really set the bar high for those guys on Saturday, and you got it done for you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it just kind of makes it kind of tough too on us because we're like, well, let's kind of see what happens. We did the best we could do.
Right.
You never know.
Right. Everyone's chomping at the bit there. If you competed on Friday, see how things are going on Saturday, and heck, it was even hard for us. Lehman texted me and said, "Hey, you know who's up?" And I said, "I have no idea."
Right.
I said, "I don't have pictures. I can't even tell you who's
Anybody's
close."
game at that point. Let's talk cow milking, Waylon. Looking at the time, I'm surprised you guys. You did well. But you came in 5th in the cow milking, but you had a time of 41.75. Must have been some quick runs if you end up 5th with a 41.75.
Quarter-inning cows, and some of those quarter-inning cows have been to some rodeos before. And I mean, it's just like everything else. If you don't have any fresh cattle, some of them kind of know the deal. You could touch them and they would just stop. And the sooner you get them milked, they know they're going to get let go. So our cow unfortunately didn't do that. She was good. Nathan did a good job getting her caught. He ran her right there to the circle. When he stopped her, she was in the circle. And my brother and I got on her head, and it was slick. It just took him a minute to milk her because she was kind of kicking at him quite a bit. But you would think with Reese on her head, we'd have her where she couldn't move, but that wasn't the case.
Well, some of them are just more stubborn than others.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yeah, congrats on getting qualified for the World Championship, Waylon. I want to just ask you, you this ain't your first rodeo, obviously, to compete at the World. What does it mean to you and your brother and the other crew? What does it mean to you guys to get the opportunity to compete at the World Championship?
Oh, I mean, it's a neat deal. it's just something everybody kind of, you go to these qualifiers. That's kind of the whole point of them, is to go to these deals, and you spend the money and travel and go, and that's the whole point. At the end of the deal, it's the WRCA World Finals. That's kind of the highlight of going. So we're just glad we can be a part of it.
Good deal.
Yeah, well, before we let you go, I also want to tell you congrats on also receiving the Top Hand Award, too.
What?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Way to go, Waylon. Top hand.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be neat to have you and your brother here together.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while since we both, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the last time we were
It's
up there
been
together.
a while. It's been a while, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that, and I bet your mom will be in the stands rooting your biggest fan. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a good egg. Well, congratulations to the rest of the team, too, and we'll see you soon. Tell Reese we'll see him.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye, Waylon.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting narrowed down here to the last few. Peyton, you got some more results on that one?
I guess. Yeah, just the
Somebody, Casey, just quiet. Casey's over there messing stuff up.
them dang squirrels are running rampant in here.
Squirrel out there.
Yep.
See it?
So we said congrats to Waylon for getting top hand, but we need to say congrats to Miss Whitney Hall from the Dobby Hall Ranch. She was riding Chester and got top horse.
That's who we talked to last week, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they had 2 good weekends in a row. And
Job, Whitney.
when we can rib on Mr. Tyler Thompson, we always love to give him a little side deal. But he got the Hard Luck Cowboy Award.
Ooh.
I started to text him and ask him what resulted in him having this award. Do you know what it was?
I do.
And is there video?
Well, there is not video, but it's hard when you buy yourself in the Calcutta for a decent amount of money. Like, I'm talking a decent amount of money and not do very good.
All
And
for
so-
good cause.
Yeah, and so thank you for your donation, Tyler Thompson, to the Motley Dickens Old Settlers reunion.
That's great.
But it's all in fun, and yeah, he earned that award. So I just thought I have to rib him when we
Give
can.
me this money back?
No refunds.
No refunds.
on it, yeah. And we had one junior. We're down to the last. We had one this past weekend, Junior Ranch Rodeo, and then we've got one at Earth, and then that's it.
No, there's another one.
Oh, is there another one?
So prior to this weekend, we had 3 qualifiers. This weekend, we had our 4th in Oologah, Oklahoma.
Oologah.
Yep, Oologah, Oklahoma. And thanks to Cole and Chelsea Begley and all the crew up there that put that event on. Great job. Wonderful, wonderful activity, wonderful event. See all those youngsters out there having a good time and representing the next generation. We want to say congrats to the kiddos with California Creek Cattle. They took the win and got the invite to come see us at the first ever Youth World Championship. That'll be November 13th at 2 o'clock. Little plug there,
Yeah.
Craig Vaughn.
Well, and I missed. You're right. I've told. Not that I thought you were wrong, but the Motley Dickens comes back for a junior ranch.
That's right.
In October. So yeah,
That's right.
very cool.
Second place was Rafter J Land and Cattle, and third were Coal Creek Cowboys. Very unique names. There was one team there. It was kind of funny. They were sponsored. They got them a sponsorship
Good.
by the local hairdressing salon, shall you say?
Yeah.
And their name was Curl Up and Die. D-Y.
DYE. That's great.
Kiddos thought that
Love
was
it.
hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing California Creek and all their crew come to the Youth World Championship.
Excellent. 2 more chances to get qualified for them too. I'm excited about the Junior Ranch Rodeo. It's going to be kind of neat to have the very first World Championship Junior Ranch Rodeo.
It's going to be cool. I need to give a shout out to Tucker Begley. The young man won top hand and top horse at that deal. And I'll tell you, very much deserving, really talented, both sides of that deal. So congrats to the California Creek Cattle Bunch and to Tucker Begley.
Oh, Tucker Begley. It's like a red dirt stray. Like just shows up. He is actually was on the big boys team last year, qualified for championship.
Wow.
And when they qualified for that rodeo last year in Coffeyville, Kansas, he was the go-to why they got it done.
That's cool.
So he is well primed.
They got a ringer.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is.
Yep.
When you're that age, you're a hot commodity item.
That's right.
And guess where I'll be headed next weekend?
Where are you going
or
next
this weekend?
This
the
weekend,
metropolis of Mead.
Mead,
where
Kansas.
you tighten your bra and put rubber bands on your socks because when the wind blows, it'll rip them all off.
Can you say that on radio?
Sure, why not?
Wow, well, I'm only speaking from the truth.
Last week, so.
That I can't say.
Oh, okay.
Let me mark that down when I got to go delete
That's it. Time stamp 32.
No, I'm serious. I've gone there. Seriously, winds have been so bad, and the guy I was with, I said, there is a tornado. Oh, no, just powerful winds. I said, no, this is a tornado. The trailer just rolled by. The spray planes are upside down.
You just have to know that Casey Hooper has a, fear of tornadoes.
I'm not a fan.
She don't understand.
Wind gets above 30.
But no, Mead is one you have to take your slicker and a rain jacket and
Weighted
boots.
Weighted
and
boots, not waiter. Weighted.
And, just anything extra you can think you might need. Heck, you might need a jacket. It just really depends.
Yeah.
And even for me to have weighted boots, that's saying how bad the wind is there. I mean, I'm a big, thick girl, and it doesn't matter.
But we're not really setting this up to be a tourist
No,
destination.
not really.
Yeah, hey, y'all come out to Mead and watch our rodeo.
I would go braless if it was up to me. But I would put rubber bands in my socks.
Yeah.
There you go. Chamber of Commerce probably not going to approve this message.
Craig's nodding his head like,
While you're there, please go check out the Dalton Gang Hideout. Just plug it in there. Thanks, Mead, Kansas.
Yep, lots of nice restaurants and hotels for your tourist pleasure.
Just one, and you might have a goat.
You just keep making it sound better.
Yeah, it's not working.
WRCA.org.
I'm going where the outlaws live.
WRCA.org for real. Get all your information on the remaining rodeos. There aren't too many left. Championship Rodeo. Get the links directly from WRCA.org. Don't go buying your tickets from strangers. Don't Google WRCA finals tickets. You'll pay way too much for them. Just go directly to the source, and they are flying out the door. Sounds like Saturday's gone, and everything else is verging on gone.
Yeah, Freddy's getting very limited right now.
Get that
where
junior
we're
one.
sitting.
Get the
And
junior. Yeah.
that's going to be fun if you want to come out. It's a nice ticket to get on a Saturday afternoon. Bring the family out and
be a lot
just
of fun.
enjoy the kiddos doing what they do.
I imagine it's just like watching. If you ever watch like softball on ESPN. The college girls playing softball are having a lot of fun playing that game. It's a fun sport to watch because the people are having fun. I imagine the kids are going to be very much the same. Not so, serious, but still having a lot of fun, but not like the guys where they got the stone face all the time. It's business, man.
And it's going to be competitive.
Yeah, it'll be competitive.
It's stacking up to be just as good as
Yep.
the championship itself. So come on out.
And you'll see kids 16 ranging all the way down to 7 and 8.
That's going to be a blast.
And those 7 and 8 year olds, they'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Pretty handy.
Yep.
Yep. Come see us. Hey, make sure and download what?
The app.
There you go.
Search WRCA wherever you get your apps from. Get the app.
Attaboy.
Yep. Appreciate y'all.
Bye,
See ya.